Does Tim Kakner hold this out? WhiteCat's full combo is shut down. It is only the hard rock of Tim Kakner with the full combo left intact. Is this going to happen, Dimash? Is it going to happen?
We're slowly ticking.
UK, Germany, Russia and Australia. Only one of them is left in the tournament and is guaranteed a badge of OWC 2024. Let's find out who it is. Russia, one of the top 3 mechanics teams, is facing Australia, the best mechanics team, so they decided to go a different way and pick more control focused maps. But remember, you're playing against the GOAT.
And he's just cleaning up this map so far.
And I mean, it's not even just mrekk, you have Box right behind him on the Nomad as well. About to reach 600 combo, nobody on Russia even close. A rough situation on at the end of their first pick, and it does look like by the end of this, Australia's going to be taking this one out pretty confidently. mrekk looking for that full combo.
Australia picked DT2 afterwards? No way! But at this final stage, the maps are so goddamn hard and even the best teams can crumble. Chicony used this to his advantage.
No one on Australia, even above Scroll's combo. And Chicony's got the FC, so it looks like Russia are going to be taking an early breakpoint on the double time off the back of this FC from Chicony. Masterful stuff from him.
And I mean, we talked about this. If this happened...
The first 3 maps were breakpoints only, and the 4th choice in DT3 looked like another one. Chicony met the high combo of mrekk, so it was all about the supporting scores.
iShark and Welter both dropping. It's now just Chicony again. Akins, though, not too far behind. Should be able to hold the lead for Australia for long enough, assuming he doesn't break.
Holding on, Akins. Chicony's right there. But I don't think there's going to be time here for Russia, unfortunately, Chicony.
World Cup is a team game, even though in later stages individual performances can matter more. Still, Australia's near 3 million score on Hard Rock 1 aim control is a sight to behold.
Crazy stuff from these 2 hard hitters on Australia. mrekk finds the miss, but there goes Scroll to trade it. And now it's just ASecretBox here to hopefully close out the Seoul FC of the lobby. Chicony doing his best, but no, I've cursed Box. He falls on this ending section. This map just seems to get harder and harder. Chicony misses too. Dasuke, the only one to combo the ending of this map.
1-5 down for Russia already with no converted own pick yet. The strategy of tech flow aim control didn't seem to work out until Nomad 3 ult happened. That double FC was some jazz for the Russian soul.
No matter which country, because these patterns are starting to get ridiculous, and there it is, Scroll misses. Xintex is there to trade, but that's not the combo that matters for Australia. 2 FCs to 2 now, and the recoveries still matching each other. This is down to the wire. Australia, it seems like they're getting a slight accuracy advantage with this score slightly going back over to them. There goes mrekk, big FC down, and Russia, Chicony, Dasuke.
The Eurasian roster needed to make the comeback happen desperately, and winning this 3-mod-4 speed aim breakpoint would be crucial. And next to Xintex's excellent hard rock score, it was once again the inevitable number 1.
2FC does finally miss. Not too surprising. Welter though hitting it. Very, very good recovery on the hard rock, but with a 600k score lead, pretty much no time left. mrekk still on pace for an FC. This looks like another very, very clean Australia win.
Yeah, cashed in here for mrekk. Got the ending, hits the bone slider.
After a scrappy hidden 1 ult tag, Russia is out of the tournament, but they landed top 6, beating the semi-finals elimination allegations. Germany was completely wrecked by South Korea, dropped down to losers bracket to fight against a strong UK after semis. The predictions were pretty much 50-50, but it was Germany getting the head start on Nomad 1 despite the Bubbleman FC.
And Germany, well, die Blase muss platzen, as they say, I flame. And die Blase platzt nicht.
I'll have to take your word for that one, Dolan. My German is not quite so good. I'm much better at the language of the UK. And
UK were more focused on aim/speed mechanics, while the German roster preferred tack/control. The British team again couldn't defend their own pick against a Criller FC. Yeah, those misses were totally Bancho-like issues.
And it's all over here. It is all over unless Criller and WhiteCat... it's actually over. They've already done enough damage with these combos. That actually just gave the pick over to Germany. The consistency from the German Nomad players in Criller and WhiteCat are going to be the difference maker.
Germany were trying to make the match as boring as possible. DT2 tapping with doubles was another break point for them with a WhiteCat FC. This was a 6-0 run.
Be pushed to the back foot here against the wall. To the end of their rope here, essentially. They will only have one more pick here to get a point on the board of Germany. Looking to close this out in style. WhiteCat into the ending.
After Criller and Tim Cagna secured match point, the comeback needed to happen immediately for the UK. On normal 3-0, WhiteCat broke on a slow slider, and this was my personal butterfly effect.
Tim Cagna or Criller, the UK desperately needs to hold every single one of these combos. A single miss with all the end. There goes Tim Cagna. Can they bring it back? There should be time, Dolan. Criller as well.
Germany fall apart in the dying straits for the win. Can the UK bring it home? They flip it back. Can they hold it? They will!
The sweep was prevented and the Brits weren't done there. It was close once again, but they escaped the Brazil meme, including a massive breakpoint on Hard Rock 2 Precision Flow aim.
Have the combo to come back unless we see chain misses all over the place from UK. It's going back, Dolan. This
going back.
Is looking dicey, but it's a three-way miss from Germany. It's going to stop the bleeding, and UK hold on to their lead. A couple misses on the ending, but the UK make it 2 in a row, and are we seeing the start of a comeback?
The viewers were becoming more hype with every point the UK won. At 6-3, Germany went themselves for the aim-oriented pick free mod 1 after they realized they can match UK in that category.
It just might have been a little too large for them to run back. And Germany looks as if they are going to hold on and finally put this one to bed and finally get a win over the United Kingdom, but the gap is 100k and shrinking. It's not enough, and Germany will put down the United Kingdom.
UK is back in top 6, they are stabilizing, and with a second Bubbleman, they might look like podium contenders. Sorry for being biased right now, aber die Blase ist geplatzt, Jungs. The old German roster against the Tapping Demons from Australia would have been super interesting, but the Europeans have become more all-rounded now, so speed abuse it was, and mrekk meant real business on the opening DT2 map.
Whereas mrekk still has his combo going with 97 AC. This is a very difficult map to hold strong consistent accuracy on, but who else but a player like mrekk, one of if not the best player of our generation, and one of the best of all time, destroying this map and approaching that 1 million scoreline. ASecretBox as well, really not far away. Really solid recoveries.
Germany didn't find the correct counter in Hard Rock 3, which gave Australia an opportunity for a big lead with no mod 5 stamina. The number 1 player proves again why he is sitting at the top spot.
Still is shredding this map, even with the spacing on some of these patterns. mrekk is just owning this. The map is his, and we're just living in his world at this point. Nobody able to hold on to the combos. mrekk, what on earth are you doing?
Absolute cinema from mrekk. Gets through. Oh no!
The German squad picked Nomad 1 aim afterwards and low rolled, extending the Australian lead. The match was looking grim for them, and it needed a WhiteCat reverse choke to stop the sweep.
On an Australia DT1 pick!
Something that I don't think anyone really expected. But WhiteCat pulls back his 2019 legend. Those who remember WhiteCat when he was #1 in the world, people could not even dare to imagine what someone could contest WhiteCat on.
After the double time 1 speed win for Germany, the much needed conversion on Nomad 4 attack did not happen, bringing the score 5-1. At this point, mrekk is a cheat code. Sorry to mention him again, but his scores are so stupid, including this Hard Rock 2 one.
Not. He's fallen, and so did the rest of Germany. Australia's recoveries are intact, but all that's left standing, the only one who can take the fire that this map throws at you, it is mrekk. Like we said, mrekk stares down to the eyes of Germany and says, "Where is your god now?" As he is hitting...
5 points needed to force tiebreaker. It's been quite a long time coming, but Tim Cagna finally gets to show off his hard rock expertise on free mod 1, landing 733 PP.
It is such a rare sight to see, but the beauty is there. The potential is there. Does Tim Cagna hold this out? WhiteCat's full combo is shut down. It is only the hard rock of Tim Cagna with the full combo left intact. Is this going to happen to Marsh? Is it going to happen? We're
know,
slowly
man.
ticking. The spikes are getting increased. The jumps are ramping up.
Is he gonna hit this ending?
Impact
Oh my
now!
god.
It's done!
The comeback for Germany was on as they succeeded to get a breakpoint on free mod 4 as well. They decided to go for Hard Rock 1 and I already said in Twitch chat that this might be a mispick. However, even I didn't expect an Australian double FC on this.
This match, criller is one of the most legendary players of all time for Germany. In 2022, made ginormous waves, let alone in the last 2 years. And even through leading a Germany that had so much potential, they've reached a limit that I think they can be proud of, putting up a fight against Australia.
In their 7th attempt, Australia finally beats Germany and they claimed their badge like last year. Germany continues their top 4 run since 2018. It's the big match and the rematch of the past 2 grand finals. South Korea has not won against the US in the final stages in the recent past and they already dropped their first point of the tournament on the very first map.
United States clutching an early advantage, but Utami falls, Chicony falls again. There is still a little bit of time here.
But there's just no combo on the side of South Korea. It's all up to worst HR player. Taquito and Pez will break as well, but it's 70k in the favor of the United States. There have to be chain misses coming from the USA, and right now they're coming from South Korea. The score goes back the way of the United States.
As expected, the US were going for speed abuse and rather gimmicky picks. Banning DT3 made total sense by the Korean team as they were completely blown out on DT1, including an Utami FC.
1.2 million points, the score lead, and growing. United States absolutely dominant on their first pick here.
Yeah, this is a far cry from the extremely close Nomad 2 breakpoint for the USA we just saw out of South Korea on their first pick. This is the United States asserting dominance and saying yes.
Afterwards, both teams could rely more on their pick strategies. The Asian squad shifted a bit towards pure spaced aim and made a wonderful team score of 3.2 million happen on free mod 1.
That they, I think, should and probably are going to lean into for the foreseeable future in this match, as this now looks to be even close to as dominant as the USA was on that DT1, well over 750k by the end of the map for South Korea, and their biggest score lead by far in this match.
Does anyone remember OWC with score V1? On DT2 speed with double, South Korea would have taken the breakpoint on the old score system. The American team proved why combo gaming isn't everything anymore.
Pretty good combo, and with 98 AC apiece, it's really going to prevent South Korea from bringing it back at any sort of pace. And now that we're seeing the combos building up the way they are for the players holding them, namely Taquito, Window Life, and Utami on the backing, it doesn't even matter. I don't think. Wait a minute. Taquito
broke. It's coming over. They still have massive combo. FlyingTuna will break, but there's not enough time.
The clearly assigned maps were running out at this point. The US went for the Nomad 3 alt finger control gambit, a skill set that favored Korea more in my opinion. The double FC secured the much needed breakpoint for the equalizer.
And really, it's just not going to matter what the US does, because Hyok is still holding the FC into the ending, Fragrance of Page is still holding the FC into the ending, and this is another one of these ridiculous gimmicky map team scores that South Korea has put up throughout this tournament time and time again. Hyok and Fragrance of Page, newcomers.
It was the first chance for South Korea since the early breakpoint to take the lead, and now follows one of the best scores in this tournament, an FC with 99% AC on the slider tech spam Nomad 4. I wonder who did it again.
Another couple of drops. Amamiya Kokoro, Hyuk, and Utami all breaking at the same point, and that will do it. It's another point for South Korea. This looked like a massively close point when we loaded into the map, but worst HR player is here to say, nah, no problem. Put me in once again. Put me in for every single map.
The Americans replied with 3 mod 2 rhythm finger control, and I think this was the map they needed to go for earlier. The double hard rock overmod wasn't really needed as Taquito and Utami landed a clean double FC.
Absolutely ridiculous performance from the USA on this map. Kama isn't even needed on this pick. They are 3v4ing easily. This is just obscene from the US. Finally a break from one of these other full combos. It is from rektygon on that second hard rock, but it just doesn't matter.
One pick for each team left. By now the Koreans must have realized that going for pure aim is in their favor, and they didn't take much time to pick Nomad 1. The FC by Fragrance of Page was well supported by a team score of 3.4 million.
We thought might have had something crazy with that 1.1 million score gap on the free mod 2. South Korea saying we can do that also. It is a late break from Forum into the ending, but Fragrance of Patriarch still holding. And it's going to be a million score difference on 2 points in a row. First for United States, and this time for South Korea as they will close out the...
Last map by the US was Hard Rock 2 Precision Flow Aim. Of course, the Hard Rock expert rektygon top scored, but his score didn't gap the lobby that hard. Thus, the support of his team was desperately needed to force tiebreaker.
United States, it's all on his shoulders. The star player for the United States. He's had a
rektygon
quiet World Cup so far, but can he bring it back to force the tiebreaker versus South Korea in winners finals? Is there enough time? Is there enough combo? It's only 80k, but there's just more for South Korea, and more is all you need, whether it's 80k, 800k.
We didn't get the absolute cinema of a tiebreaker, but South Korea emerges as the winner of the upper bracket 3 years in a row. In these late stage map pools, picks and bans don't really mean that much anymore. Nomad 4 Tech and DT2 Speed were most popular, while Nomad 5 Stamina was banned 3 times. We have not seen Hidden 2 and DT4 this weekend. Audience was quite unhappy not watching Lag Train played even once. Schedule isn't out yet because I'm recording this before Grand Finals map pool has been revealed. Do you think South Korea will finally break the American streak? Or will Australia surprise us all? Let me know in the comments. You will probably watch the Grand Finals live anyways, so recapping this is a bit redundant, but I will do it anyways, I guess. Thanks for watching as always. See you at the final showdown next week, and until then, please enjoy game.